So we got the one and only Bilo in the house.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much that I could be invited. Third time here. It's so amazing to be the third time here in Graz, only for the Emperor of MiC. So for real, the country Austria is one of my favorite. I travel since a little boy visiting your beautiful country. And so to be part of this great organization would be like an institution for me right now. So every year I know in the middle of the summer I must have free time in my event schedule to travel to Graz again and to support all the artists. And the good thing is between 2010 and 2011 that this year the level of the participate beatboxer is much more higher. All the years before, they're also high-energy artists, but since I had the last World Championship this year, 2012 in Berlin, everybody was hyped up and big training to show up in the World Champs. So that means that all the artists had very special routines and they prepared. They had so much training all this spring and summer this year, so they could use all their vocal energy for the Emperor of MiC. Yeah? And I was standing there on stage, tried to be a fair referee, left, right hand, very top athletic vocal artists, and for me it's always crazy. I can remember there was one moment I said H2, 2H, 3 minutes. I get totally confused. Believe me, I'm not using drugs. I was not drunken. I was just a normal referee and tried to professional on stage. But the battle before, there was the Bulgarian girl. Yeah, she had so hard beats, yeah. And I was so expressed, so which gives my personal energy on stage mini blackout. But hey, I'm working as a host on stage now the last 15 years, and I earn my money as a professional worker. And this happens only few times in my whole artist career. Yeah, so that would be a magic moment. Maybe not for the crowd. For them was a running gag. The crowd don't hate me when I make a little mistake. Yeah, so it's easy. I'm not this guy with a Stock im Arsch guy who tried to be like a penguin. I'm Bilo. Maximum respect, energy, power.
Yeah. So you said the battle was really intense. So the Emperor of MiC is like a whole event for a whole week. So what is the highlight for you of this whole event?
For real, the really highlight of the whole Emperor of MiC weekend. But for us, it's not only the competition. I'm talking to the camera. For us, it's like holiday, meeting the family again, and having a beautiful community time. Yeah, and the best time is always the sauna party, drinking champagne in the Erzherzog Johann Luxus Hotel in 5th floor in a sauna lounge. We chilling there, beatboxing with international friends, VIP. Nobody stress us. We can do what we want. This is more interesting because in these magic moments we find new ideas for new projects and get creative. The pressure on stage, that is, everybody of these guys, I expect nothing else. They're all professional artists. Yeah, on stage they work like a musicians and they do what they had to do. But when these guys are private and we have a cool private atmosphere, like the sauna garden in a hotel, or we're going to the gym, doing some sports, we go in the park, having a barbecue and having just fun. Yeah, this is what our community helps us getting bigger and stronger. Yeah, and the Emperor of MiC beatbox battle is one of the Grand Slam beatbox battles. It's like the same like the Grand beatbox battle in Basel in Switzerland, or Maurepas beatbox battle in Paris. These are three beatboxing format concepts where invitation beatbox and artists travel to one event and try to show up their very best. Yeah, and for us it's always like cool side community events beside the World Championship, because on the World Championship everybody really want to focus not only about the title, but everybody want to give their very best, and and on the Grand Slams and on the Grand Slam events, of course everybody want to show their very best, but there's a relaxed feeling.
So you just was talking about creativity, the battles. So there must be this one moment where you thought of creating beatbox battle to make this a worldwide thing, to connect all the beatboxers worldwide. Really, thank you for doing this. This is like a really, really big thing. You're a really big man for doing this, and thank you so much. So when was the time or the moment where you got the idea to create this whole thing?
First of all, I give you some information about back in the days. I am an old school hip hop activist. I grew up in West Berlin before the Berlin Wall breakdown, and I was doing breakdancing moves in 1983, 1984, 1985 on Berlin Kurfürstendamm. And a little bit later, 1986, 1987, we saw that the big guys did graffiti painting and aerosol art, and we also did some little painting and some tagging. And then in 1987, in our youth center, where in the barrio, in the area where I come from, in West Berlin, in Charlottenburg, there was a big graffiti wall, and there was an audio recording studio, and this place was very famous back in the days in West Berlin. So all the big famous musicians and artists from other countries come to this place, and I was directly in the neighborhood. So I saw that in 1987 that a guy called Becker, old school guy from our barrio, he did some beatboxing in the recording studio on in the fourth floor. And I went to the fourth floor and just take a look. Oh, there's a music studio, and he do some just simple beatbox. It was not really big routines, but as a young boy, I see, oh, crazy, I want to do this. And then, of course, I already know Michael Winslow from the Police Academy and Dougie Fresh and all these fat boys influence from the early breakdancing days. I already got from American television, but then I keep on training more in vocal art, beatboxing. But then my graffiti creativity become more, and I keep on traveling all over Europe to do legal graffiti painting. We did big walls with character, with background, with a topic, like real painting, not like Silver's really wall productions, big ones. I had big companies I worked for, they booked us. And the problem was, because I'm always, since day one, I'm always a community guy. When I do something, I work with a crew and a bunch of people who are also creative, that we all together creating something together in a big production. But in the graffiti movement, no problem with me. I'm not that illegal graffiti painter. I had to run for chase from the police. I'm cool, yeah? But in Berlin, the area where I come from, in the end of the 90s, the politicians and the media talk very bad about the art form of aerosol art, about graffiti. That was all vandals, that was all just dirty shit and blah, blah, blah. That means my work, because I already had 1996, 1997, 1998, a good running company running. I had an art agency, and I did art jobs for different famous people in the world, music videos, everything. But the media, in my opinion, destroyed the public viewing look and feel about graffiti. And I had the feeling, with graffiti, it's not the thing where I go to Stefan Raab or where I go to Stern TV and give big interview with Günther Jauch, for example. And then I was many years the speaker with the stopwatch on DJ battles. I was the guy on ITF and DMC, all the legendary famous championship in turntablism for DJ scratching and DJ battles. I was the front man, the chief on stage all the years with the stopwatch. And from this point of view, I saw how to organize an event, to create a multi-mega event with thousands of people, with TV stations, with media press, with radio shows, interviews, public relations. I did never study event production or stuff like this, event management. I started from scratch by my own. But now, my company, Beatbox Battle, we are now on the 10 years anniversary. We are world famous. I'm happy. On YouTube, we got over 80 million video views. Facebook, 40,000 fans. Every child in Europe, in school, every child in Europe, no matter it's in Hungary, no matter it's in Italy, in Ireland, in Spain, in Poland, everybody knows Bilo and Beatbox Battle. It's weird when I say this for myself, but it's like this. But the important thing is, I'm not going wild. I don't use any drugs. I don't get upper. I just be still down to earth and still grounded, because that's the way how we work with the community. And now the Beatbox Battle system, that is the more important thing. I created a beatboxing competition format with a jury system and jury members, and I was the first one in this planet Earth who produced a beatboxing event like this kind of style. Before all my work gets started, there was only some beatboxing battles between two people in a discotheque or in a club who doing sound clash to each other, but there was not official jury rules and nothing. Also, I am the official founder, and I'm the owner of the brand Beatbox Battle. This is copyright and protected trademark, and so our concept is to work with all 54 countries together. This is Germany plus 54 countries on planet Earth. I'm traveling to Johannesburg, I go to Tokyo, I go to South America, to Scandinavia, no matter we visiting Canada, everybody is in this global network, and every individual organization crew in this individual country can organize their own event. There is nothing like mafia or like McDonald's franchise, but there are some little rules. And in the future, I will came out with the book, the Beatbox Battle Codex. I'm very happy that Beatbox Battle has now the 10th birthday. It's so crazy, the time is running so fast. We're visiting so many countries now, and we're coming back to Germany for the 7th German Beatbox Championship. And our German tour has 5 tour stops in Berlin, in Munich, in Frankfurt, in Hamburg, in Dresden. Yeah? And we try to find everywhere the best beatboxer and to invite them to the great big final. 1st of December in Berlin is the 10th anniversary Beatbox Battle Mega Jam. For sure we're running the German Championship, but after the award ceremony I invited all the other old school jury members from back in the days and try to get all the people to one place again. This night would be a historical night. Yeah, so, but there's one guy we will ever miss. It's Maxim, rest in peace, our old school member. And without Maxim, rest in peace, if Maxim would not be a part of the hip-hop community in the late 90s, there would also be no Emperor of MiC, no Beatbox Battle, the whole beatboxing situation. Mostly everybody don't know Maxim, a hip-hop pioneer from West Berlin, a legend painting on the Berlin Wall. He was the individual creator to forming beatboxing, because beatboxing was dead after the 80s. And in Europe, Maxim and Killer Keller and Bilo and DJ Mazia, we are the 4 people who bring it. And it's weird that 3 of these 4 are from Berlin, but it was because in the 90s Berlin was the music capital, and it was interesting.
Bilo, thank you so much for the interview, and I'm really looking forward to the next days. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And thank you so much for doing all this work and bringing all the beatboxers together.
Of course, I will do this the next 20 years, 100%. I keep my very best.